2,000 easy payments of $99.99 because today you are in luck. This presentation is for so now a word from our sponsor, which I'm not too excited about this, but thank you, Windows 95. There are 7 computers in Taiwan that have been confirmed to be still running Windows 95 and hooked up to the internet. Windows 95, put some wiggle in your browsers. Windows 95. So what are we doing here? We're going to cover a lot of ground, and I have to do this very quickly because I prepared way too many slides. So let's do this. We're going to talk about getting your Tiki on the USA, balling on a budget in Easter Island, and then we're going to do the VIP hangout session. So USA edition of Tikiing like a champion. I've been all over the Polynesian Triangle, y'all. The Polynesian Triangle, as we know it, right? It's a very scholarly interpretation. Starts at the Maikai, in the North Point we have 3 dots and a dash, and all the way to the west there's the Tiki. So I've been all over. Let me tell you. What do? I use a lot of Facebook. Yes, you can use Tiki Central. Good luck creating an account. It's impossible to do, I feel like. I love Tiki for everyone, Tiki recipes. Of course, your local groups like Atlanta Tiki Revival, and then all of the other local Tiki groups. Other things to do, I like to follow Ray, right? Ray's a fellow Tiki blogger. His stuff is really great. Bamboo Bend, I think, is a good leading indicator of any Tiki bar that's about to open. He spills all of this confidential information online, and he will absolutely be your friend. And he's a great guy. So you can follow him to see what he's in the process of building, so you know about it before it even opens and before those press articles even get released. But the best ever source in the universe for Tiki finding is the Google, right? And so this is a real thing that if you're wanting to, see what new Tiki bars are about to come up, set up a Google alert. If you don't know how to set up a Google alert, Google it. Google.com/alerts, type in Tiki bar, type in save, basically, or don't type in save, you click on that. But yeah, this is going to get you articles like this one that's there, tiny things, like this is 3 dots, right? So a lot of the forums that you see online, when people end up posting those articles, they're probably getting a Google alert and saying, hey, look at this cool thing that showed up in my Google alert, and then they're sharing it, which is awesome. But you can also do that independently, and it's just Google, right? It's free. And so this establishes what I call the deathly hallows of Tiki data. And this is just another triangle. I'm a big fan of triangles, if you can't tell. Not yet. Okay. But we have Facebook, Yelp, and Tiki. And then everything in the universe is really Google. So you have Google at the center, and Google then just drops in and then spins courtesy of our sponsor, Windows 95. Thank you, Windows 95. And those 7 computers in Taiwan that are still running you. All right, so this is probably going to be my favorite part of the presentation, except for the part that occurs outside of this room, upstairs, which we'll get to in a timely manner. But balling on a budget in Easter Island. All right. So there's this island in the South Pacific called Rapa Nui. Y'all Hallies may know of it as Easter Island. Tiki Time with Cash went there and had a most excellent time hanging out with the moa and being shirtless and stuff like that. So a little bit about my journey there. I went to really kind of soak it in, experience that for myself. It's something that I felt like I needed to do, especially with the baby on the way and my wife not being able to fly, so I just went by myself. And I did not go there to Eat, Pray, Love, because fuck that movie. It's terrible. Don't even bother watching it, not even on the plane. Just watch something else. Watch that Winnie the Pooh movie again. Just shield your eyes so nobody sees you as you break down mentally inside. So a little bit of a history lesson to set us up for this conversation about Easter Island. So we're very thankful that in 2016, we learned a lot about the history of the Polynesian people thanks to the release of Disney's Sensual. Yeah. All the research that is necessary through the Googles, and of course my personal journey there to then show you what I'm about to show you. So buckle up, Buttercup. So the whole journey into population of Easter Island starts with Chief Portamatula. So they lived in an outlying island, or they were believed to live in an outlying island of modern day French Polynesia. And he had a vision. And that vision said, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And so he packed up his family in a double-hulled canoe and went on a journey that would have taken him about a month. So if you're Portamatula, what kind of things would you do? Maybe your favorite teddy bear? Which is weird, because why does he get a teddy bear that says that he loves himself? That's creepy. Maybe your collection of Jane Austen novels? Long time on a boat, never know. So yeah, what they did really bring with them is a set of things that would help them establish their new life on this place that they would end up at, which was unknown to them at the time. So things like chickens, bananas, awesome, right? Sugar cane, potatoes, sweet potatoes, taro-ish kind of things, and the paper mulberry. Paper mulberry is super important because that is also known as the tablecloth plant. So that helps them make all of their building materials. There's medicine that comes from that, of course, lots. Maybe by accident, maybe not, they also brought with them the Polynesian rat. So in this last slide, we have some things that we can make cocktails out of. Maybe even the chicken. Enough. But here we have a Polynesian rat. Probably shouldn't make a cocktail out of that. But if you do combine the Polynesian rat with the sweet potato, you might be able to make a decent bangers and mash.
I don't feel good.
So Thor Heyerdahl, bless his soul, rest his soul, had this theory about how the sweet potato ended up in South America, right? And even how the Easter Islanders ended up, how the sweet potato ended up in the South Pacific and all of Polynesia and Asia. And he also had theories about the South Americans populating Easter Island. The way that he thinks of the sweet potato movement looks kind of like this, where the sweet potato just blocked and tackled and got across the line and got to Easter Island. But what really people today are thinking that happened is that it could have been through a combination of methods. So we know based off of genealogical testing that the Easter Islanders they probably aren't South Americans. They are more into the people that came from the true South Pacific. Some of Thor's theories are questioned, but they're still doing a lot of research and kind of uncovering what they think is the truth. They're all theories out there, but in reality, the sweet potato could have ended up in Asia completely independently, way before anybody ever set foot on Easter Island. It could have ended up there from birds carrying it. Sweet potatoes and potatoes, things like that in general, will also self-propagate in salt water. So they could have just literally swam all the way from island to island. So sweet potatoes, congratulations. But if you ask some of the natives in the South Pacific what happened with the sweet potato and how we got this sweet potato, they are going to tell you a little bit of a different story. So, there's a bunch of gods, there's a whole I won't name drop right now, maybe later. So there's a story that goes that one of the gods goes up into heaven, his brother has the sweet potato, he takes the sweet potato, and then he gives it to his wife, and then his wife gives birth to another sweet potato. I don't know how that happens. In some versions of this story, that wife is the sister, or the other guy is the uncle, but we live in the South. Shit like that happens here, right? We won't go into the details. Don't ask, don't tell on that one.